Oh, the politicians are at it again. There is no God, at least not in the Democratic Party platform. The Democrats, in addition to endorsing gay marriage, they dropped the references to Jerusalem as the capital of Israel, and they left all references of God out of their platform this year.
Who broke the story, Pat?
Yes.
David Brody, our CBN's phenomenal news reporter. He has this report on what happened and the reaction at the convention.
Democrats took to the floor here in Charlotte to hear speeches and also take part in a traditional ritual approving the party's platform. But this year, something's different. There's not a single reference to God, despite the chairwoman of the Democratic National Committee telling CBN News this just a few days ago.
We really think it's important that that we not allow the Republicans to corner the market on the faith community.
Yet the party's language seems to be moving in the opposite direction. Back in 2004, there were 7 platform references to God. Then in 2008, a single mention stating how everyone had the chance to make the most of their God-given potential. This year, that paragraph simply says, in America, hard work should pay off, responsibility should be rewarded, and each one of us should be able to go as far as our talent and drive take us. No God-given potential line, but to some here in Charlotte, it's not a problem.
I wouldn't worry about it. It doesn't bother me from the standpoint that I know where I stand. I know that there is one. And that's it.
The party platform is really just a document that really doesn't carry much weight at all. It doesn't set policy, it just lays out principles. But a Pew Research study actually shows that Americans pay more attention to the party's platform than they do the speeches of candidates Mitt Romney and Barack Obama. Some ministers are definitely paying attention. Reverend Michael Stevens pastors a Charlotte area church. Many of his members still struggle with whether to support the president this time around because of his support for same-sex marriage. That position also changed in the 2012 party platform.
It makes me feel as a pastor that there's all respect and reverence for the church and the clergy has been removed from the Democratic Party. They're willing to roll the dice and say, we can win without your votes. And we can win, even if it means full frontal and being offensive.
Unlike 2008, this platform also leaves out any mention of Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. That's also an important issue for Christians. Democrat officials point out that there is a paragraph on the importance of faith.
The fact that we talk about faith more than 20 times in our platform, I'd go toe-to-toe with anybody about how we see the significance and importance of faith in American life.
Democrats have been holding daily prayer services down here, but the only headlines coming out of Charlotte on faith so far have not been flattering. David Brody, CBN News, at the Democratic National Convention.
You remember, I don't know, you don't remember because none of us are that old, but back in the 1850s or 60s, there was a charge at one party. It was the party of Romanism and rebellion. And I don't know what you label the Democrats now, but it's the party of gays, godliness, and whatever else. But I mean, that's same-sex marriage is in the platform. They want to go along with that as a right. And I'm just astounded. But it's amazing. Dick Durbin was interviewed on Fox News last night, and he was asked a simple question: why'd you take the reference out? So, well, the conclusions that are being drawn from this are much more far-reaching than we like to imagine, and I think it's unfair. And the interviewer, Bret Baier, said, well, all I want to know is, why'd you drop the reference? Well, you just have no idea how this is being distorted. Well, why did you do it? Well, you have no idea. It was just incredible. I mean, it was laughable because they can't defend it. And you ask yourself, you're going to go before the American people, and that's going to be the face you're going to present to America. You have insulted the Catholic Church with your rules. You've insulted right to work states. You have insulted certain union groups with your stand on the pipeline. And now you're going after God. I mean, it makes no sense, but that's what they want to do. Well, you can see more of David's coverage of the Democratic Convention Friday at 9:30 a.m. on the ABC Family Channel and on CBNNews.com. Lee Webb has more of our top stories from the CBN newsroom. Lee.
Well, Pat, it's clear the Democrats are going on the attack. The Democratic National Convention officially kicking off last night in Charlotte. Speakers criticized Mitt Romney while the First Lady praised her husband. Mark Martin has that story.
Being president doesn't change who you are. No, it reveals who you are.
First Lady Michelle Obama says her husband still stands behind working families.
For Barack, success isn't about how much money you make. It's about the difference you make in people's lives.
President Obama and their daughters watched the First Lady's speech from the White House. Others at the Democratic National Convention went on the attack.
Mitt Romney talks a lot about all the things he's fixed. I can tell you, Massachusetts was not one of them.
A new face hit the national stage. San Antonio Mayor Julian Castro. He's the first Latino to deliver a keynote address.
My mother fought hard for civil rights so that instead of a mop, I could hold this microphone.
The president is counting on turnout from Latino voters.